That night, I was returning home after attending a party at my friend's farmhouse. His place was almost 30 kilometers away from the city, and between his house and the city, there was only one road, a long, lonely, dangerous road. People avoided that road after dark, not because of accidents, not because of robbers, but because of stories. Stories about strange things people saw there at night. Some talked about shadows walking inside the jungle. Some heard voices calling their names. And some claimed they saw things that no human should ever see. Honestly, I never believed any of it. I always thought people exaggerated ghost stories after drinking too much. That night too, I laughed at those stories. At the party, everyone was enjoying themselves. Music was loud, people were dancing, drinks were flowing non-stop. I had actually planned to leave early. Talking with friends, I completely lost track of time. When I finally checked my phone, it was already midnight. The moment I said I was leaving, my friend stopped me. "Are you crazy?" he said. "Don't take that road at this hour. Stay here tonight. Leave in the morning." Honestly, I wanted to stay, but then I remembered something worse than ghosts: my wife. If I stayed out all night after a party, I was dead. So after saying goodbye to everyone, I picked up my helmet, started my bike, and left. At first, everything was normal, but the moment I entered that lonely road, a strange feeling crawled through my body. The road was completely empty. No cars, no trucks, no people, nothing, only darkness. And on both sides of the road, there was a thick jungle. The deeper I rode, the quieter everything became. It felt unnatural. I tried distracting myself by humming songs, but somehow my fear kept growing. Then suddenly I felt something strange. It felt like my bike was being pulled towards the left side of the road. I quickly tightened my grip and somehow balanced the bike. My heartbeat became fast. I stopped the bike and looked towards the jungle on my left. Apart from the sound of dry leaves moving in the wind, there was nothing, no person, no animal, nothing at all. "Relax," I told myself. "You drank too much, that's all." I got back on the bike and continued riding. This time, I increased my speed. I just wanted to leave that road as quickly as possible. For a few minutes, everything seemed normal again. And then, it happened again. This time much harder. The bike suddenly jerked towards the left side. I almost lost control. And then, for one horrifying second, I saw it. A hand, a burnt black twisted hand, holding the back of my bike. Without thinking twice, I abandoned the bike right there on the road and ran straight into the jungle. I don't care where I was going, I just wanted to get away from that thing. I felt like something was chasing me through the darkness. After running for what felt like forever, I suddenly noticed light in the distance. A small fire, and around it, a few people were sitting. The moment I saw them, I felt relief. Human beings finally. I quickly ran towards them. As I got closer, I saw 4 or 5 men sitting around the bonfire. They looked like villagers. Old blankets covered their shoulders. Breathing heavily, I told them everything. "There is something on the road, my bike, something pulled it, and I saw a hand." The men looked at each other quietly. None of them looked surprised. That surprised me even more. Then the old man slowly spoke. "You are not the first person to say this. Many travelers who pass through that road at night see strange things. Some hear whispers, some see shadows, and some," he paused, "see a terrifying hand." The moment he said that, my blood turned cold. "How do you know?" I asked nervously. The old man slowly looked up at me. Then, with a strange smile, he stretched both his hands towards me and asked, "Was the hand something like this?" The moment I saw his hands, I felt my soul leave my body. My mind went blank. I stepped back in terror. The fire suddenly felt colder. The faces of those men looked strange now, almost inhuman. And before they could say anything else, I turned around and ran again, this time harder than before. I didn't even look behind. My legs felt weak, my chest burned, but fear kept pushing me forward. After what felt like hours, I finally saw a police station. For the first time that night, I felt safe. I rushed inside. There was one inspector sitting at the desk. I could barely breathe. Please save me. The inspector gave me a glass of water. Relax first, he said calmly. My hands were shaking as I drank. After calming down slightly, I told him everything, the road, the jungle, the hand, everything. The inspector listened carefully. What are you saying? How can a hand chase someone? Have you been drinking? I nodded slowly. Yes, a little. But sir, believe me, what I saw was real. The inspector leaned back silently. Then he asked, what exactly did the hand look like? Any marks? I swallowed nervously. The nails were very long and the fingers. I stopped speaking. Even remembering it made me uncomfortable. For a few seconds, the inspector stayed completely silent. Then slowly, a strange smile appeared on his face, and very calmly he stretched both his hands towards me. Were the hands like this? The room started spinning, and before I could scream, everything went dark. Next morning, I woke up beside the road. Sunlight hit my face. For a few seconds, I didn't understand where I was. Then slowly, the memories returned. I immediately stood up, but there was no jungle fire, no villagers, no police station, nothing, just an empty road. As if none of it had ever happened. I asked people nearby if there was any police station on that road. They said no, there had never been one there. Even today, I don't know if what happened that night was real or just a nightmare created by alcohol and fear. But one thing is certain, after that night, I never used that road again. And sometimes, even now, late at night, I still remember those burnt hands waiting in the darkness.